Hello and welcome to this guide on submitting your application through UCAS Conservatoires. UCAS Conservatoires is the system that is used for applications to most UK conservatoires. It is different from the main UCAS system used for other UK university applications. Applications to all our courses, except for BA Design for Performance, BA Stage Management and Technical Theatre, and the Foundation degree in Scenic Construction, should be made through UCAS Conservatoires. From the UCAS Conservatoires homepage, go to Sign In and then select Students. There is a new system for 2022 entry, which has one login. Under 2022 entry, you can sign in to your UCAS Hub or create a new account. You can only register once in an entry cycle, even if you plan to apply for more than one conservatoire. To register for UCAS, you will need to give your email address, name, and create a password. You should also take some time to read the terms and conditions and tick the box to confirm that you agree to them. Once you click Register, UCAS will send you an email to verify your email address. Follow the instructions in the email and you will then be asked a few more questions to set up your UCAS Hub. In the Hub you will find lots of useful information about courses available and how to apply. To start a new application, click on Start in the Your Application section. Select the Conservatoires or Undergraduate system, depending on the course you want to apply for. At the top of your application page, you will find your personal ID number. Please quote this number if you need to contact us about your application. You can search for courses here. This will open up a new tab in your browser so you won't lose your place in your application. Use the filters to refine your search, for example for undergraduate or postgraduate courses. You can find information on all of our courses here, and there is also information available on the course pages of our website. You can choose up to 6 courses to apply for across all UK conservatoires. Remember that you can only register once per entry cycle, and each conservatoire that you apply to will be able to see all of your choices. On your application page, click Add Choice and a box will pop up. Enter the conservatoire and course you want to apply for. Under Study Type, select Main Specialism. You will then be able to select your instrument or course pathway. Some courses will only have one specialism option. We do not offer joint studies, so you will only be able to select one specialism. Click Add to Application and repeat this process for any further choices. Once you have added all of your choices, click the box Mark Complete. Scrolling down on your application page, you will find a section with the heading Your Profile. You can complete these sections in any order. Fill in the boxes with your personal details. All fields marked with an asterisk are compulsory. If you are an international applicant and you have never worked in the UK, you will not have a national insurance number. You can leave this blank. At the bottom of each section there is a Save button to save the details you have entered in that page, and a box to tick when you have fully completed the section. You will not be able to mark a section as complete if you have left any fields marked with an asterisk blank. You will need to complete all sections before you can submit your application. In the next section, the email address you used when you registered will already be saved. You can add further contact information if you would like to. If you live in the UK, you can use your postcode to look up your term time address. If you do not live in the UK, please enter your full address, including the country. Under Nominee Access, you can enter the name of a family member or agent. This will give us permission to discuss your application with your nominated person. If you select No, we will only discuss your application directly with you. If your permanent home address is different to the term time address you have already provided, select No and enter your permanent home address. If your term time address is your permanent address, select yes. You will then need to enter your permanent area of residence. If you are a UK applicant, this will be your local area, and if you are an international applicant, this will be your country. Under Residential category, choose the option that is most appropriate. For example, if you have settled status through the EU settlement scheme, select Settled in the UK. If you are an international student from outside the EU and none of these options apply to you, select Other. Under Assessment Emergency Contact, enter the name and phone number of somebody we can contact if there is an emergency during your audition. This can be a family member, partner, friend, or agent. The Education section is where you can add details of the schools, colleges, or universities you have studied at and any qualifications you achieved there. Search for the name of your school in the box. If it does not appear, simply type in the full name. If your school has a UCAS exam centre number, it will appear automatically. If this box is blank, then your school does not have a UCAS exam centre number. Don't worry, this is not a problem. If you are currently studying, please enter the date that you expect to complete your current course. You can add details of multiple qualifications for each school or university that you have studied at. Click on Add Qualification and search for the type of qualification you hold, such as GCSE, A-Level, BTEC, Baccalaureate, Bachelor's or Master's degree. If the type of qualification you have does not appear in the list, then select Other. You can then enter the title or subject of your qualification, the date you achieved it, the awarding organisation, which is the exam board or university, the country where you were awarded the qualification, and the grade you achieved. You should also include details of any courses you are currently studying. In this case, put the date that you expect to complete the qualification and choose Pending as the grade. Repeat this process for any further qualifications and schools that you have studied at. Once you have entered all your qualifications, select the highest level of qualification you expect to hold by the time you begin your study with us in 2022. You can also enter any of the candidate numbers listed here if these apply to you. The questions in the Nationality section will help us to determine whether you have home or international fee status. If you are not currently in the UK, you can put September 2022 as your date of first entry to the UK. If your application is successful, we will confirm your fee status in your offer letter. If you think that your fee status is wrong, please contact us and we will send you a more detailed questionnaire to check your fee status. Students from countries that are not majority English speaking will need to provide evidence that they meet the English language requirements for entry to our courses. If English is your native language, select yes. If you are not a native English speaker, select no. If you have already taken a TOEFL or IELTS test, you can enter your certificate number here. You do not need to have your English language results before submitting your application. If your application is successful, we will then ask you to send us evidence that you meet the entry requirements. You can find further details about our English language requirements on our website. If you have a disability or special need, please enter it here. You can also use the text box to add any further details or request adjustments that may be necessary for your audition. This information will help us to make any necessary adjustments to support your audition process, but it will not affect our decision on your application. If you do not have a disability or special need, please select No Disability. Use the drop-down list to select what you expect to be the main source of funding for your studies. For example, if you are a UK or EU applicant and you are eligible for a student loan, select the option for Student Finance Services. You will then need to select your local education authority from the list. If you or your family will be covering the cost of your studies, select Private Finance. Your personal statement is your opportunity to tell the audition panel more about you as a person and why you would be a good student. Remember that you have a maximum of 4,000 characters and 47 lines, and you can only write one personal statement for all of your choices. Please don't copy someone else's personal statement from the internet. The panel want to know about you. UCAS has helpful guides on how to write your personal statement on both the undergraduate and conservatoires websites. You will need to provide 2 references to support your application. One referee should be able to comment on your academic ability and the other on your practical skills. Please make sure you have permission from your referees before entering their details. Under the contact details for each referee, you have 2 options. You can click Request Reference and UCAS will send an online form directly to your referee to complete. If you choose this option, then the References section of your application will not be marked complete until your referees complete this form. The second option is to select This reference will be directly sent to the conservatoires. This will replace the Request Reference button with a link to download a reference form for you to give to your referee. You or your referees can send your completed reference forms to us at admissions@rwcmd.ac.uk. Once all sections of your application are marked as complete, your application status will change to Ready to Send. Click on Review and Submit, and you will be able to see your application in full. If you want to, you can download a PDF version of your application form. Check that the information is all correct, and if necessary, you can go back to your application form to make changes. Once you are happy with your application, click Accept and Proceed. You will then be asked to check your contact preferences and to read and accept the terms and conditions of applying through UCAS. Finally, you will be taken to the fee payment screen. There is a fee to submit your application through UCAS Conservatoires, which is currently £26.50 for the 2022 entry cycle. There will also be assessment fees, which vary depending on the conservatoires and courses you have chosen. You can find details of our assessment fees on the How to Apply section of the course pages on our website. Once you have paid the fees, your application will be submitted to us. Once we receive your application, we will send you further information about the audition process for 2022. We hope you have found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please contact us at admissions@rwcmd.ac.uk.